Hey you guys, what's up? I'm Christian, that's Corey, and this is our review of Naruto 612, the Ten Tails Money Shot.
Oh, and you know what? I'm getting a little bit more mileage out of this hat. So happy December, bitches! Alright guys, before you watch this video, I just want to put a little shameless plug-in for one of my brand new videos. I just released the next portion of the Gundam Retrospective. I did a review of Mobile Suit Gundam, the 8th MS Team. So if you guys want to check it out, I'll put a little annotation for it right up top, and I'll put a link to it in the description box below. And remember guys, if you do like that video, give it a thumbs up. And if you don't like it, give it a fucking thumbs up anyway. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Fuck off.
Kwanzaa. Okay, so me and Corey were discussing what we thought of this chapter, and we came to the conclusion that it doesn't deserve a full, heavy, structured review like we usually do. So we're just going to go right into it and tell you what we thought. First of all, I was a little disappointed with this chapter because I waited all week to see some ninja spam some shit and make some concrete. And then they were like, now we're finally going to attack and wait for next week. And I was like, you sons of bitches. I was like, come on. I was like, I did not wait a week for that. I just overall was a little disappointed with this chapter this week.
I'm in complete agreement. I feel like we've been slightly betrayed by Kishimoto here, and I don't understand what's going on. And I'm like you. Oh man, the Ten Tails, the whole Shinobi Alliance, they're there together. This is going to be awesome. No, it's just going to be the same old tried and true walls of fire, shuriken flying all over the place, a lot of techniques that seem stupid. And you know what I don't like? Darui and his freaking like laser circus technique. I thought that was like his signature thing. And now you got a bunch of guys right next to him doing it. That sort of diminishes his character a little bit, and it makes him a little less distinct, and I don't like that one bit. And really, this whole chapter was just a giant spam fest against the friggin' Ten Tails, and the whole time, Madara and Toby are just like, oh, they're not going to be able to do anything. We should just send the Ten Tails and kill them all. But you know what? It doesn't do anything. The Ten Tails just stands there and takes it the whole time. Like you said, it's just a glorified trap them in a box and cover them in concrete. It's retarded.
So it wasn't all bad, though. Let's just be honest. We're not negative Nancy's when we do reviews. We're usually pretty fair. And it was a good chapter in the sense that we're finally seeing the Shinobi Alliance do things with Naruto. They came up with a cool plan, which the Shinobi Alliance is always known for doing. They always have a reason behind everything they do. They never just do things. They never like, just everyone attack. There was a plan. You know, they started with the blinding, and then they, put up the rock barriers, and then they put up, all the concrete, and then they shot fire down on it to harden it quickly, which I thought was kind of crap. They, could do all this, but they only filled it up, this much, right before Madara's feet. I was like, you guys didn't even trap the main people, and...
You could summon giant mountains out of the ground, but you can't fucking fill up the Ten Tails full of concrete? I know that's a weird complaint to kind of come up with, but I totally get where you're coming from, but...
It's just come on.
The plan made sense, though, and, a lot of the other clans got to shine a little bit. You got to see, I believe it's Shino's clan, they got to use their bugs to use, a jamming jutsu. One thing that's interesting to note is one of the groups was actually the Sarutobi clan, which, if you don't know, is related to the third Hokage, Asuma, and Konohamaru, and they were using their fire techniques as well to sort of heat up this concrete and make it work. And I thought that was interesting, because we've never actually seen the extension of their clan before, so it definitely shows that a lot of these other groups probably have some much larger people within their clans. But still, some of the panels, were pretty cool, in all fairness. In particular, I did like the final panel with Naruto jumping in with his Rasen Shuriken, which, at first, when I saw that, I was like, oh, Naruto, are you an idiot? Are you really going to try and use that like you did when you first used it and you're going to fuck your arm up? No, it looks like he's going to go into a Sage mode and actually throw it towards the end. I did like the panel with Obito and Naruto, face-to-face. I thought that looked really cool. Again, though, that dialogue, it was just kind of, rhetoric. We're the bad guys, blah, 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 blah.
We'll stop you. Blah, 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 blah. No, you won't. Yeah, yes, I will.
So, I mean, it wasn't a horrible chapter. It's just, it was a little disappointing, I mean, but there is one good thing about it. At the very end, it looks like the Ten Tails is about to go through some sort of massive transformation, and who knows what that could be. I can't really tell what's going on. It looks like the tail's starting to unfurl a little bit, kind of like a flower. Yeah,
that's what we were saying. And also this could lead to the Ten Tails having a personality, which me and Corey have stated we thought was unfair, that all the other beasts get personalities, and then the beast that created all of them is just a mindless robot killing machine thing. That makes no sense to us. So probably it's going to get a personality now.
No personality, no depth perception. The Ten Tails seems like a downgrade.
Okay, so for a rating this week, we are going to give it a 6 out of 10. Just not our favorite chapter of Naruto, unfortunately. We were expecting a little more. We thought we were past the build-up stage of this fight. I mean, we have Madara, we have Obito versus the whole Shinobi Alliance. They're all there. Come on, let's keep this moving.
I think you guys should still read this chapter. If anything, it's a great way to pass a bowel movement.
Oh,
so, I mean, there's still some entertainment to be had here, so it's not a waste of a chapter, just a slightly disappointing one.
It's just not the best one I've read. Definitely not. But anyway, you guys, that's what we thought. We'd love to hear what you thought in the comments down below. And, you know, for show. And
getting that for show.
For show. Anyway, you guys, if you do enjoy the videos, make sure to give us a big thumbs up. It always helps. And until next time, actually, shout your shit out again, Corey, right?
I'm going to shout my shit out again.
Again.
All right, guys. If you didn't hear it at the beginning of the video, I just released the next portion of my Gundam retrospective, the 8th MS team. If you guys want a little more insight into this awesome Gundam OVA series, I'll put a description
down below. No, he didn't. Don't worry. Anyway, the other thing I want to shout out is that I just made a trailer for a friend of mine who wants to make a zombie movie. It's called Project Z. I'll put a link and an annotation and all that crud around here somewhere. You know, probably on Corey's face, just because you know you don't want to look at that anyway. Anyway, you guys. So until next time, SuperKamiGuru9000 out.